Research has proven that the male G spot is in the anal cavity. That's the funny part now. I wanted to talk about this specific topic because sexual pleasure, especially on the man's side, is not something that people usually talk about so much. And I wanted to jumpstart this conversation. I feel it's a relevant conversation to have. Uh, there's a philosophy that revolves around the Tantra, uh, kind of sexual pleasure, spirituality. And I know that this is a sensitive topic for men, especially. Especially for me, I feel like practicing, or rather, kind of knowing how to satisfy yourself is kind of a thing. Because before you actually even get into a sexual situation with anyone, there is need for loyalty and trust. And I feel that's why most likely most people, when they masturbate or rather they have sex by themselves, it's kind of a safe space. And when you are with someone else, you might not experience the sexual pleasure per se that you are looking forward to, but you still experience it. But do you actually get to the climax kind of aspect of it? So just by the way, I mean, how many of you guys have actually tried to satisfy themselves with regards to actually playing with their G spot? Research says that pleasure nerves are just underneath the anal cavity. I know this is kind of a sensitive topic. Also, research says that this does not work for every man. It's definitely different for every person out there. But I believe it's something that should be explored. Honestly, it's something that should be explored, and it's important for us as men to be more comfortable and more aware of how to go about it. This conversation is mostly held by women because a woman will always say that they're not satisfied, blah blah blah, anything of the sort with regards to their G spot. And most men work towards actually uh, fulfilling that, you know, kind of like making their chick or like their wife to get sexual pleasure, but still, I think I believe it's a thing that most people have never actually explored fully. But now I feel like for us men, this is a conversation that needs to be held because it's going to make us more sexually aware of how to satisfy ourselves and um, get to that climax point per se. For those who've actually tried Tantra, or rather the philosophy of Tantra, it's more of like a spiritual thingy whereby you get in touch of your sexual kind of self, and you try and explore how sexual pleasure can benefit you individually. It shouldn't be rather tagged to any other person that you intend to have sex with. And it's an interesting uh, way of actually looking at things. I feel that the knowledge that comes with Tantra is really important to us, especially men, because I feel it builds a sense of self that is not tied to how someone else, would define what sexual pleasure is for them. So basically, it will be all more of like an individualistic kind of uh, unraveling situation, or rather a defining moment for you in like trying to experience sex in a positive way, sex that is um, trusting and it's comfortable. You really don't have to feel like you are trying so much. And I feel it's time that women try exploring this different kind of sexual pleasures phenomenon, because it's a really interesting thing, and I believe you me, you won't regret it. It's really good for us to get in touch or with our sexual selves. Um, Also, research says as a man, you need to have sex multiple times to avoid prostate cancer. Sorry, and that says it, but I don't know how many times you're supposed to have sex for you to avoid that. I mean, it's essential for men to have sex, and apart from masturbation, I mean, like also penetration and other kinds of sex. People explore. There are so many ways to have sex apart from penetration. Like BDSM and possibly other fields of exploration. I feel like you as an individual, you know that what works for you, but I would urge you all to really explore the tantra part of it, because for me, I find it really interesting, and it's something you should be more aware of as someone who wants to explore their sexual self. Kindly don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.